Have you heard the news? Multi-Stream Machine is open for enrollment for a limited time.
If you're a product-based business owner who's ready to finally have a clear roadmap to build a sustainable and thriving business that supports itself and pays you the salary you dream of,
Then you're going to want to head to multistreammachine.com and check it out. All right, now let's jump into the episode. Welcome to the Product Boss Podcast, where we're dedicated to helping product-based business owners turn into revenue-generating, successful, happy product bosses. I'm Jacqueline Snyder.
And I'm Mina Kunlo-Sitep. Together through digital courses, coaching, and masterminds, we've helped over 50,000 students from startup to multi-million-dollar businesses scale their sales while blending in their dream life.
It gets lonely out there in the product business world. We fully believe a business shouldn't be built alone. There's room at the top for all of us.
So let's get scrappy and creative together, Product Boss, to be profitable, make more sales, and grow your visibility.
Are you ready? Let's dive in. Well, hey friends, we are so excited to be here today because we have an incredible 3-part series for you. So this is part 1. Welcome. Make sure to listen to next week's. We have 2 more parts coming, and we're going to talk about what it's going to come down to help you grow consistent revenue generating and profitable business year round, right? We want to help you grow this consistent revenue generating business. Now, so many of you know that you're going to be going into the holiday season and your sales might be on the rise. Some of you may be newer to business or slower in business, and you're like, yes, there's an uptick, but I want more sales. I want more consistent sales and revenue generation. And some of you are like, yes, this season works, but how do I make sure that I'm generating sales on a consistent basis year round? And we want to dig into all of that in this 3-part series.
But first, let's do our big announcement. This is a really, really big week for the Product Boss and for all of you and for all of the new students that we've already brought in. But we're super excited to be announcing that the doors have opened for our signature course, Multi-Stream Machine. It has changed thousands of lives. We could not be happier with the amount of the people that are jumping into it and making more money, learning all these new skills and getting to work selling more of their products and sharing it with the world.
Yeah, 100%. And so if you are like, yes, I've been waiting for the doors to open. If somehow you've been, hiding under a rock, not listening to our podcast, not opening emails, not in our challenge or our workshop series, you can head to multistreammachine.com. Right now, we are so excited. It has new bonuses. It has some fast action bonuses. So if you take us up on this offer really quickly, you're going to get in on that. If you're listening in the future, make sure to go to multistreammachine.com and you might get on the wait list. But here's what I want to tell you. The doors are only open for a limited amount of time, just a few more days. So if you are ready to change your life, if you're ready to change the course of your business and you want to kick off and do this in the right way before the holiday season really jumps in, this is the time to get in. Remember, Mina and I have strategically figured out the best time of year to make this offer to you, to invite you into Multi-Stream Machine so that you can quickly implement some of the key things that we teach in here. It is a very easy course to dive into, to implement, to get going, to make your money back pretty quickly. If you get in now, and then you can take that into the holiday season and then beyond.
Yeah, we have the same goal as all of you, that all of you make more money. So really when you're thinking about, okay, when are you going to be doing the things? Well, let's put them into action. We call it really creating your snowball. So you make that initial snowball with us and you're able to get your snowball of sales going, right? Your snowball keeps bigger and bigger. Then you have a snowman of selling. So it's an incredible time to be implementing and figuring out how to make more money. And we do it in such an easy way where it's simple tweaks, very actionable steps that you can make this holiday season just be so much better.
Right. And so, remember, when you focus on that initial snowball, like Mina's talking about, you get that compound effect. So imagine that you're scooping up some snow in your hand and you're making a tiny little snowball, right? That's the time that you're prepping. You're prepping. And this is the time to prep now. That's why we've been working with you since August and through September to really get you to prep for the holiday season. Then let's roll that little snowball into more snow. And that's the holiday season, right? You're getting more sales. There's more momentum behind your business, but things still feel a little bit out of whack, or you still feel like, there's more potential here. I wish I could streamline this better. I wish that my systems felt better. I wish I had more sales. I just wish I took more money home, right? More money in your pocket. And then if you take that little snowball and it has that momentum for the holiday season, then it gets bigger because as we roll into 2023, we don't want your snowball to melt. We don't want it to get splattered everywhere. We want it to keep that momentum. We want to keep rolling that snowball into more and more revenue generating months, more profitability, more sales. And so we're going to help you in this series. And also, though, this is exactly what we focus on inside of Multi-Stream Machine.
Yeah, for sure. This is our framework of systems, visibility, and sales. And in our challenge that we are in this week, we have been going through that framework, but in a way where you can do it in actionable steps. So we're going to go through this series with you on the podcast because get your notebooks out. I think it's going to be so great for all of you that you really can make such simple tweaks and end up making more money simply from listening to this podcast even, but also because this framework for Multi-Stream Machine of systems, visibility, and sales is where we've seen it. This is the what you need to do. The how is in Multi-Stream Machine. We can walk you through it step by step, and we're super excited for all the new students jumping into that.
Yeah. So the very first part, this very part of the series, we're going to talk about systems because systems are the foundation of your business. And here's the thing. You must streamline your systems and plug those holes. Because we like to say your business might be a boat or, a bucket, but there's holes at the bottom where money is draining out, that water is draining out. And you're as much as we talk about it as a rowboat. You're rowing this boat and you're rowing and it feels so hard. And it's why do you keep gaining water? Why does it feel so hard? Well, because there's holes in your boat and we need to plug those holes. And so in order to do that, right, because what we want you to do is be able to scale and grow your business, especially using your bestseller. So we're going to go over some of the key systems that are important that we see a lot of businesses that they need to plug these holes. They need to focus on these before they can get deeper into more types of systems and operations.
Yeah, it offers you the ability to be able to scale. So we see a lot of businesses that might be going super fast, for example, but if there's holes in their boat, like what Jacqueline was saying, no matter how fast you go in your boat, you're going to be slowly sinking. And we see this a lot of times if you've ever watched Shark Tank and you see of people who all of a sudden will get this influx of sales, but if their systems, if their foundation is not in order, it will crack, right? Their back end was not in order for them to be able to fulfill. So no matter how fast you grow, no matter how quickly you are able to make sales, unless your systems are in place, you won't be successful in making it carry out how you want it to be, right? You'll be overcome with it. So these are the 4 systems, the 4 key areas that we see most small product businesses make mistakes in. So we're going to share those with you right now.
Yeah. So we're going to go over the 4 that we focus on in Multi-Stream Machine. And then we're going to ask you some questions and just see if you feel aligned with this or if you're that's missing there. I need to work on that. So the very first system is pricing. So for pricing, are your best sellers and really truly all of your SKUs priced correctly? Do you have the right margins? Have you double checked your margins? And do you know how to price your products for direct to consumer and business to business? And do you know if you need to raise your prices? Wouldn't you say, Mina, this is where a lot of people, those holes are draining because no matter how many they're selling, they're not making enough money. They don't have the right pricing and the right margins that they're actually almost sometimes paying people to take their products, or it's money in, money out. There's no profitability to take home to themselves and their family.
Yeah. So when we're talking about profitability and pricing, it really makes a difference of whether or not you're ever going to be able to pay yourself. So if you have the right pricing, you're able to know, okay, as long as I can grow this and scale this, I'm capable of paying myself because pricing is such a big thing for knowing how to price properly. And I think that there's lots of mindset stuff that happens around there. So for example, are makers paying themselves anything, or are they simply just being busy? That's the thing, right? Are you busy or are you profitable? And I forgot to mention this, but when you're thinking about these 4 things that Jacqueline and I are going over, if any of these are out of whack in the foundation, it's nearly impossible to build properly on a cracked foundation. So really be asking yourself these questions. Do you have these dialed in? Because it will make the world of difference. Because you can have so many systems in your business, so many. But these are the 4 that we see for where to start for product businesses that want to scale.
You know that none of you are going to take an elevator to the top floor of a 90-story building if it's built on a cracked foundation, right? That is an unstable building. It's the same with your business. If your foundation is not stabilized and it's not solid, then don't build on it. And that's why we really start off with these 4 key systems. So the next one, and especially in the world that we're in now, because so much is like done online, transactions are done online. People, we saw this in the pandemic where people were buying online more than they were in person. But photos is the next system we want you to clean up. So our question to you is, do you have a great library of photos? And are those of your best sellers? Because I'll tell you, a lot of you, I've looked at your websites and your Instagrams, and I couldn't tell you your best sellers. I can't see them visually. I don't know they exist. And if they're there, are they amazing photos that can sell it? Because the other thing is your virtual online presence attractive to your ideal customer? And do your photos sell your products like they would in real life? There is this amazing ability to sell to people across the globe at this point, but you better believe that your photos have to be good to do that, or they will jump ship. They will not continue on your website or on your Etsy page or on your Amazon page, nothing, nowhere, if the photos aren't good.
Yeah, there's a level of professionalism that you have to kind of present online. A lot of people that I know, being a fellow introvert, I know that there's lots of people that can sell in person very easily because you're able to transfer that excitement. They're able to touch, feel, smell, taste, use their senses. The thing is, photos give you that capability when you're online if you do it well. So, for example, there's lots of times where you have to transfer over the texture of something. Well, how do you do that in photos? Where is that needed? Are you able to sell, like Jacqueline said, do your photos sell your products like they would in real life? So being able to have that all come together for you, it makes it so much easier to sell when you have great photos than when you don't. And when you have the ones that are appropriate for particular platforms or what works on social or what works on Amazon, for example.
Hey, product boss. We all know that building a product-based business isn't easy, is it? But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be so hard.
In fact, when you have the right systems and support in place, you can skyrocket your sales and finally create the product business that fits your life and lifestyle. That's why we're so excited to announce that Multi-Stream Machine is officially open for enrollment for a limited time.
We've taken our 20 years of experience in building product-based businesses, including our own, which have generated millions, and created a completely turnkey system to help you scale your business and create the revenue you've dreamed of.
If you're a product-based business owner who's ready to build a sustainable and thriving business that can support itself and pay you the salary you dream of,
or get more customers to easily find you and buy from you without spinning your wheels while stuck on social media and spending money on paid ads.
Have a clear roadmap that shows you exactly how to create a plan and sell more so you can stop guessing and start knowing.
Then you're going to want to head to multistreammachine.com and check it out.
You can go through the course at your own pace. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, and our thousands of alumni can tell you there's no other course for product-based businesses like it.
So friends, we'll see you in there. So the next system we really focus on inside of Multi-Stream Machine is inventory. Boy, oh boy, is this something that's killing the big guys right now. There was this time of shortage, right, where you couldn't get the product. There was supply chain issues and shortage. So what they did is they loaded up and they ordered a lot more product. And remember, they're on a much longer timeline where they have to plan way, way, way back, So maybe in 2020, when they were figuring out their inventory that they were going to have for 2021, 2022, they overordered. You know what they overordered? Sweats, casual clothes, at-home products, all the things that everybody was buying up in 2020 furniture. So now they are stuck with so much inventory. I was reading articles on how certain big companies are trying to figure out, what do we do with this product? Do we just put it out and put it on sale immediately? Do we hold back the product, put it in a warehouse and wait until a future season to release it again? They are stuck with inventory. And so the beautiful thing about you being a small business is you can pivot quickly, but inventory is literal money. Imagine bags of money sitting on your shelf, not moving. And this is a huge hole. So, one of the questions for you is, are you spending money on the right inventory that's actually moving and selling? Are you keeping inventory in stock that you do sell? I mean, how many times do we hear about people saying, like, I've run out of that, but it was a bestseller? And they don't get to take advantage of people wanting more. And then, do you have a handle on your raw goods inventory and when to reorder? Another thing goes back to margins and pricing and profitability is, some of you are not buying in the right ways, that you're spending more money than you should be if you're not buying in bulk, or your raw good inventory is just kind of misaligned. And so this is a big hole we plug inside a multi-stream machine.
Right. Inventory is key because you need stuff to sell in order to make money. And so it's really important to get that dialed in and to have and inventory is something where, as a product business, only product business people understand. Inventory is something that a service-based person would never understand. So it's something that getting that dialed in can make such a difference.
So, what's the last one, which is another thing that only product people truly understand?
Yeah. So the last one is shipping. And this one is so important because right now, with shipping and holiday season coming up, you want to make sure that you get this dialed in so you can get things shipping to your customers, right? So a few questions for you to ask yourself, right? Is your shipping efficient for you and your team? Time is money, baby. And that is really what you need to think about when it comes to shipping. There's also a paper shortage supply right now. So you'll start to see that come into play of, are your boxes being ordered and everything? So that's just a little hot tip on the side right there. Another question that you need to ask yourself is, do you have a handle on postage and fulfillment costs to save time, money, and stress? This is one of the things that the more you streamline it, the better off it is for time, money, and effort and stress. That, shipping and inventory is key, and the best places to really think about your systems because you can outsource a lot of it too. Okay. Next one is, do you compare shipping prices across shipping platforms? Sometimes this is comparing apples to oranges with how much you could save. So really getting that cued in as well and understanding that is a system where, systems are where you're saving money, you're saving time for getting your foundation in place so you can make more money, as we were saying. So make sure those four things, these are where you're potentially losing money, or those holes in your bucket. So those key areas, again, are pricing, photos, inventory, and shipping.
And I'll say that, going back to shipping really fast, a lot of people are like, well, I use USPS, or, I go with their rates, or they do this or they do that. There are strategies that we teach inside a multi-stream machine that will help you actually align across different shipping companies, where you really truly get to find the right price for shipping, where you really can take advantage of ways to shortcut how you're currently shipping, because time is money, like we said. And there's so much time that you're spending, and also money on shipping, that some of you, like, we've helped so many students where they're like, I feel like I was paying people to take my products because shipping was eating up my profit, So we really help you with that. So we want to share just a few stories of some of our multi-stream machine students that have really worked on their systems and the way that they're
really quick though. I want to say one of the bonuses that we have in multi-stream machine, since the doors are open, everybody, so ears up on this one, is that one of the bonuses that we have is a free shipping threshold calculator. So meaning that it's just exactly what Jacqueline was talking about a minute ago, where if you're going to offer free shipping, what threshold does it need to be at? So we help you calculate that so you can understand how to be profitable and still offer free shipping, instead of offering free shipping but not understanding how that's going to affect your profitability and the cost of shipping that you're, incurring on your own. So that is in there, along with a profitability calculator of you paying yourself. So these are bonuses that we just released this year in order for all of you to walk into this season and be more certain on the fact that you're going to pay yourself and make yourself some money. You need that profit at the end of the day to put into your pocket. And that is really the calculator, the done for you calculators can get you on the path there. So that's something that's really exciting.
I think you actually just gave away a secret.
What's the secret?
Well, I think that was a secret, that was a bonus that we were dropping that people don't know about yet. So, but
are you serious?
Yeah. That's okay. Because when you sign up today, right, you're going to get the fast action bonus that is available to you right now that is going to be going away. So make sure to go to Multi-Stream Machine and see all the amazing bonuses. But if you do sign up right now when you're listening, you will also get that profitability calculator and the free shipping threshold and all the things, because we're going to help.
Average order value. And
we want more money back in your pocket. We want you to have more money. We want you to pay yourself, right? So that's going to be a surprise bonus. So surprise. So sign up now and you'll get it.
Yeah. So for all of you that are diligent about listening to our podcast episodes, when they drop, you have the inside track. Yeah.
Okay. So, but I mean, it makes so much sense in this episode to share that with you. So make sure that if you're not signing up today, that you make sure to open our emails, friends, because we are telling you when these bonuses drop, and they will be fast action, which means they will be available and then they will go away. So if you sign up on the earlier side, you actually get all of them. So, okay. So we're going to share a couple stories of Multi-Stream Machine students and how what their path to profit was, but really how these students in particular use systems to really shift and change their business. And this is so important in the season that we're in and in the economy that we're currently in this time of uncertainty. I feel like we're always talking about uncertainty, which really truly is life. But let's just go with this again. What we know for a fact is that in order for your business to not only survive, but to thrive right now, it's going to come back down to diversification of your sales channels and diversification of your marketing channels, like your visibility, which will be in the next episode, but also profitability. Because if you are profitable, you can ride out anything. You'll have savings, you'll be paying yourself, you could reinvest back into your company. But if you are not profitable, this is what causes businesses to shut down. This is what causes you to be like, I can't do this anymore. So we really, 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 these systems are the things that are going to help you be profitable, stay profitable, and have enough money in your pocket to ride out any storm.
And to build on your snowball, right? So creating that initial snowball and creating the momentum behind it, that's really you using that compound effect of starting little by little, but it creates this bigger possibility for you. And we're just getting the systems in place right now. So tell us a little bit about Suzanne, Jacqueline.
Yeah. So Suzanne is famous around here. So Suzanne of Three Best Bakery. And so here's what Suzanne did. She streamlined her bestseller, which are her smash cookies. They're famous in the product boss community. And she worked on her system. So once she joined Multi-Stream Machine, the very, very first thing she did was she worked on her systems by working on her pricing, her inventory, and her shipping. She was able to raise her prices and 2x her revenue. So really quickly to give you the numbers is that in 2020, Suzanne on her own, so basically let's go back. 2019, when she did this before Multi-Stream Machine, she made about $9,000-ish to $10,000 in the whole year. That's fine. She's just starting out. In 2020, she was able to cross that six-figure threshold and hit $100,000 all on her own. Incredible, right? She had a 900% increase to her sales. And here's the difference though. In 2019, she made 414 sales. And in 2020, she made 3,804 sales. That is a lot of sales and a lot of cookies to go from about $10,000 to $100,000, right? To more or less 10x her business. Now, she joined Multi-Stream Machine. And when she joined MSM, she realized that, you know what, her pricing was probably one of the biggest things that was draining her profit, was not making her profitable, was making her work so many hours without the money to take home. So the very first thing she did is she worked on her pricing. So remember, in 2020, she made $100,000 all on her own. Amazing. In 2021, after joining Multi-Stream Machine, she made $176,380. That's a 76% increase. But here's the thing that we really want to share with you. She was able to add $76,000 to her revenue and only needed to make 1,000 more sales. Versus the year before, she had to make 3,400 more sales to make $100,000. And then she only had to make 1,000 more sales to make 76,000. So she was able to multiply her sales, multiply her profitability because she was pricing correctly, but she didn't have to put her head down and make, another 3,000, 4,000 sales to get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. She was able to really, leverage. I hate using the word leverage because not everybody understands what that means. But really, she was able to make more money with less effort, is what it is.
Yeah.
So
Simple.
less amount of effort. Yeah, simple. I guess that was very easy to explain. But that's typically you'll hear people say that word, and she didn't have to multiply her efforts to multiply her money, and that's
Mhm.
really what's great about it.
Okay. So what's the next story, Mina?
So the next story is one of my faves because this is Brooke of Be Happy, and she is a fellow Iowa native like me. Though she is, across the country. She has her business outside, or she has her business in her RV right now, which is incredible. And she's a six-figure business. So Brooke of Be Happy, her bestseller are her pom pom hats. So she really streamlined by working on her systems through improving her margins. So she went back, looked at her pricing, just like Suzanne did of Three Best Bakery, and then through sourcing and labor was really able to dial it in and ended up increasing her revenue by 12 times. So she started at the beginning of before she was on Multi-Stream Machine, she had made in 1 month $1,258. After Multi-Stream Machine, she 12x that to $12,324 in 1 month. And she was also able to sell more with improved photos. So because of that, it was easier to sell. She is a handmade business. So she's able to think about the photos that her knitters across the country are actually doing in mid-process too. So it's a really cool way for her to utilize the things that she's learning in Multi-Stream Machine to outsource in a way that's really smart. Those systems can become streamlined where you can make more money with less effort. And it doesn't have to be even your effort. It's your team members' efforts in this case.
And I think one of the things that you kind of skipped over, but I want to just highlight for people is that it's her knitters across the country. So when Brooke was able to scale her handmade business, because Brooke, you'll watch her and she's always knitting like everywhere that she is. But what she realized is when she was able to make more sales, she actually was able to be more profitable. She could take that profit and outsource to other handmade knitters to help her make more hats so that she could keep growing her sales. So I want all of you out there to realize that not only did she 12x her revenue, but then she was able to kind of employ and give jobs to other crafters, other knitters that could help, meet the needs of her customers. And one of the coolest things, and for those of you that are afraid of hiring, one of her knitters was able to make a down payment on her first house because of the money she earned working for Be Happy. So you
Yeah,
could
and she
just
was a
see how,
single mom.
yeah, you could just see how it's paid forward. So the next story we wanted to share with you of a multi-stream machine student that really leaned into their systems is Lindsay of Just Love Prints. And so Lindsay, after joining multi-stream machine, realized that, she was making a ton of products for the Catholic community, incredible, beautiful things, but she was making hats and keychains and lots mugs, like all the things, right? And when she really honed in on her bestsellers, she realized that her tattoos, her prints, and her stickers were the things that were generating the majority of her revenue. So once she joined Multi-Stream Machine, she worked on her systems with a focus on her inventory and her shipping. So she was able to drop inventory that wasn't moving and she got really focused. I know there's a lot of you out there that have like 200 SKUs, especially those of you coming from Etsy, which was like make more to sell more. We kind of take a stand into leaning into what sells in your best sellers. And so after joining Multi-Stream Machine, she was able to 2.5 times her revenue with her third baby on the way. And this is what she said.
But I'm looking at my numbers for 2019, which is when I bought Multi-Stream Machine. I don't remember which month I bought it, but I just averaged each month. And the average in 2019 was about $8,000 a month. And in 2021, my average was about $20,000 a month.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, what a story. And, I really relate to to Lindsay's story because I also, when I was really making big moves in my business, it was because I was pregnant with my second child. I mean, she was with her third, but there's nothing like a baby in your belly that will get some revenue going, and you need to save up your energy and your sleep deprivation, I guess, when that baby comes. So I love this story because she was able to really lean into inventory and shipping and think about that time, that effort, and that money.
Absolutely. Okay, my friends, I hope that was helpful. If you're like, yes, you're speaking to me, you're speaking to the pain points that I have. We want you to know that we tackle this inside of Multi-Stream Machine. MSM has lifetime access. So when you sign up, you get lifetime access to that and all the future updates. It is a like a Netflix and binge format. So you do not have to start at module 1 and end at module 10 and then work your way through it to take action. You could jump into the very first module, which is our welcome module that helps you understand your path to profit, like Suzanne and Brooke and Lindsay did. And then you go and work on the things that need to be worked on. And then you could jump into that module 2, which is systems. And that's where you can dig into your pricing, your photos, your shipping, your inventory, all of those things, and really kind of hone that in, plug the holes. Because in the next part of this series, we're going to talk all about visibility, which is marketing. And this is something we teach inside of MSM too, because we teach you how to create more visibility for your business to help you with your marketing ideas without spending a single cent on ads. And that is going to be so impactful to so many of you.
Right. We have our framework of systems, visibility, and sales. We're kind of making our way through that. It's super exciting because now we're going to talk about the money making, right? So because visibility and sales cross over. So you hear more about that in the next episode. We're super excited because now we're going to teach you how to sell now that you've built your foundation in a solid way. So we'll see you in the next episode.
See ya. Hey, product boss. We all know that building a product-based business isn't easy, is it? But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be so hard.
In fact, when you have the right systems and support in place, you can skyrocket your sales and finally create the product business that fits your life and lifestyle. That's why we're so excited to announce that Multi-Stream Machine is officially open for enrollment for a limited time.
We've taken our 20 years of experience in building product-based businesses, including our own, which have generated millions, and created a completely turnkey system to help you scale your business and create the revenue you've dreamed of.
If you're a product-based business owner who's ready to build a sustainable and thriving business that can support itself and pay you the salary you dream of,
or get more customers to easily find you and buy from you without spinning your wheels while stuck on social media and spending money on paid ads.
Have a clear roadmap that shows you exactly how to create a plan and sell more so you can stop guessing and start knowing.
Then you're going to want to head to multistreammachine.com and check it out.
You can go through the course at your own pace. Your satisfaction is guaranteed, and our thousands of alumni can tell you there's no other course for product-based businesses like it.
So friends, we'll see you in there. Thank you for being here and listening all the way through the Product Boss podcast. If you love our show and it has helped you in any way in your business, would you mind doing 2 things for us? Subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and leave us a review. Reviews help other product entrepreneurs know that this is the place to be to grow their businesses and realize that they're not alone. And we know that you all know that a 5-star and honest review helps you sell more products to more people. So you know that your reviews help us reach more listeners around the world. Remember, what we give is what we receive, and we are all about helping each other in the Product Boss community. We are all in this together. We would be so appreciative of you if you could take the time right now to subscribe, leave a review, and even share this episode on social or someone you know so we can impact more lives. And remember, subscribing means that you will get notified each time we release a new episode so you never miss a thing. You have helped us grow and climb into the top 10 of all marketing podcasts, and together we can keep climbing. Thank you, friends. And remember, there is room at the top for all of us.